Choose the wrong retirement planning tool and you could underestimate how much you need, miss tax saving opportunities, or fall short of your goals. That's why I compared Boldin versus Fidelity to see which one gives you the clearest path to retirement. Now, I don't know about you, but when I'm comparing platforms like Fidelity and Boldin, I don't just look at the marketing claims and the stuff that they put on their front pages and all the claims that they say. I actually just go straight to the user's feedback, the unfiltered stuff that you can't find in a polished promo video. Really what people think about everything, basically. And I always start with the one-star reviews too, because that's where the potential red flags live. And I came across one former Boldin user who shared that back when the platform was still under the new retirement name, he dropped it because there still wasn't an automated connection to Fidelity. He didn't want to do any manual entry every single time. He also asked if that's changed since then. So yeah, that's a fair concern. Like back then, that kind of thing is definitely frustrating. Like no one wants extra admin work in a tool that's supposed to make life easier, right? But a current user actually responded saying that Fidelity updates are just fine for him. And from what I've seen using Boldin, account syncing is now smooth. So this sounds like one of those older platform hiccups that have since been ironed out. So while it's worth checking your connections during setup for sure, it's not something that seems to be a widespread or even a current issue. And on the flip side, many users are borderline obsessed with how detailed Boldin is. I came across a couple who've tracked their finances for decades using spreadsheets. Super meticulous people, and they still made the switch to Boldin. Why? Because it does things that their spreadsheet simply couldn't. They loved being able to project retirement outcomes in both today's and future dollars, with inflation factored in, and instantly compare what-if scenarios. I also came across this user who upgraded to PlannerPlus and said the quickest updating scenarios, the Social Security Planner and the Roth conversion calculator, were game changers for him. He highlighted that it takes some time to input everything accurately, but also said $10 a month is cheap for this level of planning. Alright, great. And there's plenty of other reviews besides those, but those are the ones that caught my eye. Now, let's compare that to Fidelity and everything that people have said about that. Now, Fidelity is huge, no doubt, but with size comes a different set of problems. One user's review really stuck with me here. Like he said he bought an option or a stock, but it didn't show up for several minutes for him. Like by the time it actually appeared, the price had dropped and apparently he was already down money. He further said that this happened pretty often. So if you're relying on accurate real-time updates for critical investment decisions, that kind of thing can be a problem. And it's exactly the kind of issue that I've never personally experienced with Boldin, because Boldin's focus is on precision planning, not juggling millions of trades per minute. And when it comes to what it offers, Boldin isn't trying to be everything to everyone. Fidelity offers a massive suite of investment products, like also research tools, retirement accounts, just everything. And for some people, that's perfect, right? But Boldin is built for people who want deep, personalized planning that actually adapts to their life. One of my favorite Boldin tools is the retirement chance of success. It's not just a single projection. It runs 1,000 Monte Carlo simulations, each with different market outcomes. Some are great years, but some are like disasters, right? And everything in between happens. Like if 900 of those end with at least $0 left, that's like a 90% chance of success. So that means you're seeing how your plan holds up in good times and in bad times, not just under perfect conditions. Then there's the Market Risk Explorer. I've personally run scenarios where I simulate a decade of poor returns just to see how it would impact my plan if that were to happen. This is huge for early retirement planning because a bad decade at the start can crush your long-term results. The Insights library is another underrated feature. It's not just like help articles either. It's a curated set of explanations that show you what's going on in your plan, why certain projections look the way they do, and where you might need to tweak things. And their scenario comparison tool is a total game changer. I've set up scenarios where I delay retirement by 2 years, increase my annual spending, or sell a property early and see what happens. And Boldin instantly shows me side-by-side charts of how each choice affects my short and long-term outlook. I also love how Boldin handles budgeting. Like, you can use the basic budgeter for like any simple overview, or you can use the detailed budgeter if you want to break down every category and have inflation factored in automatically. Like, this is extremely useful if maybe you've got like large expenses planned, home renovations, medical costs, or debt payoff, and you want to see how they'll evolve over time. For self-employed folks, Boldin makes it really easy to enter net self-employment income and automatically factors in Social Security and Medicare taxes. And then there's Social Security planning. Boldin pretty much calculates your full retirement age, adjusts for early or delayed claiming, and bakes those numbers into your projection. And you get all the numbers and all the information and everything in the background, so you know exactly how it works and what's going into it. Even surplus income gets strategic treatment through what Boldin calls excess income. If you have more coming in than going out, Boldin lets you allocate that surplus towards specific goals, growth, or wealth preservation strategies. The bottom line is simple and obvious. Fidelity is a great all-in-one brokerage, but Boldin feels like having a financial planner in your pocket, one who's obsessed with showing you exactly how every decision today will echo years into the future. Now, no platform is perfect, right? It's never going to happen. And with Boldin, like, I'd say the biggest downside, if you could call it that, is that you need to actually put in the time to get the most out of it. You really need to spend time researching and looking at the features and understanding the strategies. Like, if you're looking for a quick plug and play snapshot, you might initially feel like there's a lot to enter. But here's the thing, the detail you put in and every bit of effort you put in is exactly what really makes the output so reliable. I've found that even spending an hour setting it up in the beginning has really paid off tenfold in the accuracy of my planning and the end results. As for pricing, I'd say Boldin is more than reasonable for what it delivers, especially when you consider the accuracy, the scenario modeling, and the ongoing updates. If you're seriously weighing Fidelity versus New Retirement, or Boldin now, just check the links in the description for Boldin's current pricing and any available promos. I'll keep it updated so that you can grab the best deal. So after comparing Boldin versus Fidelity, here's my take. Fidelity is a strong investment platform, but Boldin is built for clarity and control over your financial future. If you want a true personalized plan that can adapt to life's curveballs, Boldin delivers in a way Fidelity just doesn't. Check the link in the description to get started with our special discount and coupon.